Hey everybody, welcome to AJS News, video 2 of 2 for today.
But first, a word from our sponsors. Who's our favorite VPN? Surfshark. Why? Yo, why is Surfshark our favorite VPN?
Because this one is actually very friendly. One and done. You can have multiple people on your account.
Unlimited devices.
Yep. Share with your
Friends and family. So if you have lots of friends, they also have Surfshark, guys. It is so handy to have somebody not only protecting your data, but what does Surfshark also do?
They have an alternative ID platform so that you can just autofill with fake information. So when you're signing up for stuff and they're like, hey, you have to give us your email.
Just get the prize.
Auto-populates all the stuff. You don't have to give out your personal data. They also have a no logs policy, and that's something that not all of them do. So
that's right. And get all access to all the streaming content that you deserve. All you have to do, boom, switch your region, a whole new library and all of the apps that you guys use. Check out our link at surfshark.com/angryjoeshow and our exclusive deal, which is going to get you 4 extra months. Guys, now is the time to jump in, get yourself a VPN, and enjoy. Hopefully, you enjoy the video too. Check it out. Guys, check out Surfshark. The links are down below. We've done the research, the best one that gets you the best deals. Joe,
we believe
we found what he was talking about. We spent like 45 minutes just sitting here. Okay, it was ridiculous.
It's driving me crazy.
So we were jumping from Nosgoth to Hooded Outlaws and Legends, and I think it was, and then War something. And there was another cartoony ones. We believe it was Warhaven that Joe was talking about.
Yeah.
That we played. We tried to play it before it shut down.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so frustrated from doing all this searching. We believe. Because I think Joe's mixing two different ideas.
Yeah. It kind of, I'd say 80% matches what he said, but there's some things that are just wrong. It's like that wasn't in that game at all. So, who knows?
I'll figure it out 100%.
No, it's
we'll
worrying. There's no other way.
We'll see.
You could just be mixing.
Because he was, it's an Ubisoft game. I'm like, it's not an Ubisoft game. It's a Square Enix game. No, not even a Square Enix game.
It's like you confused Sex Squatch and Sasquatch's Wild Weekend all the time when you're trying to.
Yeah,
they're different.
That was an accident.
We did it. It was Warhaven. Anyways, so that was the game Joe was talking about. Moving on. So in AJS news, the Wukong video is finally going to be out Tuesday. Stay tuned for that tomorrow. So Angry Review done there. We're moving on to Space Marine 2, starting to wrap that up and film for that. So looking forward to that. And then plenty more games coming out. Some big ones, obviously, including what? Call of Duty.
Veilguard. Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. So those are right around the corner, too. So stay tuned. Follow us on Twitch. We have a lot of fun there where we review the games and good stuff. So see you guys there. Okay, Alex, what the hell else has been happening in gaming news part 2? Oh, Dragon Ball Zero. That's right. Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero.
Oh, I can't wait for that 3 out of 10 game.
I do feel like they don't put a lot of effort into that, but they just recently announced a huge roster. So I'm starting to get a little excited. But okay, go ahead and tell us what's going on.
It's coming from a place of love because it's a franchise that I do and I used to love quite a bit, and it's just they make. I mean, the old Budokai games are cool, and Fighter Z was cool.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of difference between the fighters. Sometimes I get what you're about to say.
Low effort games because they know people will buy it, and it makes me sad. All right, Netflix has a ton of video game related stuff coming out. We've got a new Cyberpunk animated series that you guys already knew about because we told you, but it looks like it's not going to be made by Studio Trigger. So all of the new promotional stuff officially confirming the show, none of it has Studio Trigger like it did before. Netflix does like to bounce around from these different studios because they have so many projects.
They find cheaper.
So, yeah, I mean that
probably.
It's the way business is done. So
who's the new company?
No idea.
Oh, thought they mentioned somebody.
No.
See what they previously worked on.
Yeah, but all the articles say if it was involved, they probably would have let people know by now because people loved how good of a job they did last time.
Yeah.
But doesn't look like to be the case this time. The Magic the Gathering animated series has returned. This is one that they were going to make it, and then they were not going to make it, and then they were going to make it again and bounce back and forth. The Russo brothers were going to be in charge, the people from Marvel and Endgame and stuff. And Brandon Routh was the lead voice actor at the time, and so
Superman.
Yeah, but not anymore. And so now it looks like they've changed everything about it, but it's happening again. It's pretty inexpensive to make some of these shows. There is some decent lore in Magic the Gathering, although a lot of it is not very good. Especially
Do you have faith in them?
In what? Wizards of the Coast? Fuck no. And the people who write books for them? Mostly no. And in Netflix? I don't think it's going to be very good. Unless we watch for the show, I'm just going to ignore it. And that's, I know all these stories, and I still don't think I'm going to watch it. So, we also got news about the Splinter Cell animated series. It's not Michael Ironsides, though. And that is a kind of a shame. So, Liev Schreiber is going to be the voice. But
Liev Schreiber, that's the guy I want for Ahsoka. To replace what's the other guy?
Ray.
Ray, yeah, he can if with a full beard, he kind of looks like that.
Yeah, I can see him pull it off. That man's busy. He's working on all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
There also was. You said there was a trailer for Tomb Raider they put out this week.
Yeah. So Netflix has a new animated Tomb Raider series. It's looking like it might be a good time. They're really ramping up like the magic and the monsters in it. So if we can get away with throwing 10 seconds of it here, Joe, we need to see how we can start doing that. But that is coming out October the 10th, so we can let you know about that. I still haven't seen the Terminator one because I thought it was a movie and I was gonna watch an animated movie. It's a series, so it's like 8 hours, something like that. So I'll have to put some time into that because I love Terminator and I love the animated series. Animes that Netflix puts out are usually good. So I'm still got that one on my radar. I'm just focusing on getting these angry reviews done, Wukong and Space Marine before.
We got some news for this week from EA. They have plans to disrupt the sequel model by dropping sequel releases for The Sims. What this means, I'm going to translate this.
Disrupt the sequel model.
So I speak EA executive.
Yes.
I can translate for you. What this means is they only want to release one more Sims game, and they're going to have it be the foundation, and then they're just going to slap on DLCs until the end of time. Like
that's what they kind of already are doing.
Yeah, but this time they're letting you know, and they're letting their investors know. It's like, hey, we're going to design one game, and we're going to sell it as 45 games, and we're going to be like those train games with $17,000 worth of DLC, and we're going to make so much money doing it.
Yeah.
And so that's what they said. They said the foundation of EA's future growth strategy and will carry forward the tremendous engagement and volumes of content. They've also said that they expect to outpace market growth through 2027.
So it's going to be Sims forever.
Forever, yeah. AI drives efficiency, expansion, and transformation to accelerate its business. And I'm gonna read these sentences to you and make sure you pay attention. It's really important. We are also introducing new experiencing and leveraging innovative technology to serve our global communities.
You're joking.
And attract new audiences as we continue to transform our business and shape the future of entertainment. We are committed to growing our business at a scale and expanding operating margins through a disciplined approach to capital allocation. So
what he's saying is, hey, play our game. We need more money.
Yeah. So
tell your friends.
You should watch a Madden review.
I wish all press releases were like that.
Oh,
Joe's version.
There's a translator. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, we make lots of money. We want to make more money. All right, bye.
Yeah.
If you just take all of the buzzwords and you can just Google like business jargon buzzwords, a list of 50 words, and you just smash them together. That's how you write EA's market.
That was a good presentation you did for Madden.
Yeah, well, thank you. I was saying nothing, and it's like them. They are also saying nothing. So what it means is they expect to put less work in using AI and make more money, and then give you less games and more DLC, so you pay them more often, and that's what their strategy is.
They're trying to do like some kind of live service thing. It's like, all right, well, kind of.
It's the Halo Infinite thing, right? Because they wanted to do Halo one time. They were talking about doing Assassin's Creed one time. And they're like, we just should make a foundation and just do infinite $60 DLCs and not have to actually fully design games anymore. And it's because they want to spend less money. Because video games are expensive. Not $400 million expensive, but...
Allegedly.
Hey, look, this Tomb Raider Lara Croft series made here in Austin, Texas. Powerhouse Animation Studios.
Oh, cool.
So is Redfall.
Yeah, Redfall's made in Austin.
No, we're not talking about that. That's why I'm trying to wipe it. I'm trying to find something good.
Wipe that. EA has offices here.
No.
Yeah.
That's a dirty lie.
drive right by it. That's what it says right there. God of War Ragnarok was released on PC and is getting review bombed. And then people...
Isn't it always... They should know this by now?
Sony should know this by now, or the fans, you think?
A little bit.
Review bombed?
Yeah. And so most of it makes reviews on Steam. The PSN requirement is ridiculous. Just to remind you, the vast majority of countries in the world, you cannot play without... You can't get a PSN account. Like, there's places in Europe, like none of the Balkans, you cannot have a PSN account. Not in the Philippines. And so... people are like, hey, this is stupid. I shouldn't have to have a PSN account to play your game on Steam.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. But remember, Sony doesn't give a fuck. And so you don't get to play. And so people are lashing out in the only way that they possibly can. So I don't see PlayStation changing their stance. I could honestly just see them opening up the registration in, a couple countries where they're probably getting the most amount of negative press. But
they want those those people signing up.
They want your email.
Yes.
Yeah. So, again, PSN is available in 69 countries around the world. Egypt, Belarus can't do it. All the Baltic states. Yeah. So, some pretty popular places where people are able to play. All right.
Okay, and the Lara Croft series apparently has 2 seasons. And so they've Netflix already made an order for 2 seasons. So... and then there are 22 minutes each episode and 8 episodes in the first season. I assume probably 8 episodes in the second season.
Yeah. Their business strategy of like...
So you've got Splinter Cell coming for Netflix. You've got fucking Cyberpunk. They're working on something Witcher with the original voice actor from the video games. And then there's Tomb Raider.
Splinter Cell.
Yeah, I did that one. So there's a ton of video games / I mean, after the success of Castlevania, it looks like Netflix splurged in this area.
Legends.
Terminator, which we still haven't seen. So lots of good stuff there.
Square Enix says that sales of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Final Fantasy 16... OJ?
You're wrong.
Did you think that they met expectations? The joke is Square Enix has never had anything meet their expectations.
None of the Tomb Raider games met expectations.
Yeah.
Nothing ever does. They're hard to please.
They're very hard to please. They do set their expectations pretty high. It's looking like...
For their storied franchise, somehow it met expectations. I'm trying to flip the script. No, they didn't make no. They said it did not meet expectations.
No, it did not meet expectations. I mean, the problem is, again, PS5 exclusive. You have to have finished the first game to have played the second game. Not everyone beat the first game. It's bad. We covered this before where there was an industry expert that's like, look, meeting with these people, meeting with the investors, they're saying that it's selling about half of what the first one did in the period of time. The half one was a pretty good success for them. And then if the third one is going to be even less, because again, these aren't games that you just jump in right away. You want to kind of want to play them in order. So Foam Stars also not as strong as expected. So they prompted the decision to make the game go free to play last month. So Square Enix has not been doing super hot. They don't give out the specifics of the number of games that they sold, even in their public reports. So 3 is already paid for, and they're ready to go on its development, but I don't know if it's going to make its money back.
Okay.
Probably not.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Probably not.
Back to Veilguard, Dragon Age Veilguard. All sorts of real fun changes. Have you seen the changes to the Kanari?
Yeah, it's hilarious. You want me to talk about that?
Yeah. OJ, put the pictures. Look how good the character models look.
Baffling character design choices in Veilguard. I'm not sure what this is. This man has 5 heads. This is
He's got Peyton Manning disease.
Peyton Manning disease. That's terrible. Leave Peyton Manning alone. Yeah. That man has a big brain. But for some reason,
big forehead because he injected HGH.
No.
Allegedly.
No. The aesthetic decision to make Quinari just humans.
Why?
With big foreheads is perhaps one of the stupidest things I've ever seen. And I have no confidence. I've lost all confidence in this Dragon Age game. It just, the shit coming from this game is making me facepalm constantly. There's like one... I don't know what's happening.
The older design is a lot cooler, and now we get those purple demons. It's like,
what are we doing?
Purple's the future, OJ. Okay.
Are we supposed to be all like this hot guy thing or something? Are we supposed to?
Hot villains are in right now.
Yeah, hot abusive villains are in with Acolyte and shit. Oh god. What are they doing over there?
We got downvoted like crazy when the first trailer that we cover came out, and we're like, we're talking about the art style.
Yeah.
Hey, this looks like childish, shitty Fortnite-esque
they're downloading
fantasy.
the fucking game.
Yeah, and so it's like the problem is they've completely changed everything. It now kind of looks more like a young adult joke, and that's
with little props attached to the head.
Yeah,
looks dumb as shit. It looks like Return of the an Uwe Boll D&D live action movie
for the King, or
was it? Yeah, for the King, or Return of the King, something like that.
Oh,
but I'm like, wait, no, that's Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Anyways, yeah. So
in the name of the King.
In the name of the King, yeah. And apparently, the Veilguard's companions will form their own relationships, and then you'll still be able to interfere with them. Like someone might come to you for advice, and you can like say, "No, that guy sucks. Don't."
Oh, really? Yeah. That's
Whoa,
cool.
That's a great selling point.
You can make social decisions in your social decision game. Holy shit!
They're desperate for fluff pieces for the game, and apparently, even the game director agrees with me that the Veilguard game director says that Inquisitions, not Veilguard, but Inquisition, that game's DLC, the epilogue, should have been a part of that base game, because when you play this guy's game, you're not gonna know what the fuck is happening.
Yeah, why is that guy a bad guy? And you're like, oh.
I thought that guy was a good guy. I thought everybody was we were like on his side and shit. Well, apparently he's the bad guy for this one. Well, we already know this because we played the little bit, but they're gonna need some kind of really nice opening cutscene. There's gonna need to be a prologue in Dragon Age to get you up to speed, and maybe somewhere in there they'll explain why everything looks so fucking stupid.
So that would be the problem. Like, you couldn't show clips from the actually original ones. Like, wait, that one looks good. I want that one.
Maybe somebody did a stupid spell, and everybody turned the Quanari have been cursed with a humanic spell of beauty. Yep, and purple. Beautify purple spell.
Everywhere.
Yeah, it's great, and you can only control your guy now. I can't wait.
Yeah, we're looking forward to this. This is gonna be hilarious. They've also got
like a mess.
The character creator, tons and tons of options in there. They even put surgery scars that you can add to your character. What?
I mean, people.
But in fantasy, wouldn't. If you were really gonna play this out, let's really play this out in fantasy. Wouldn't you drink a potion? Yeah. I'm so confused.
That's how it was doing back in the day.
Back in the day in Dragon Age lore, Joe, they're gonna create scars, and then you're gonna leave the scars. I think there's apothecaries and shit and spell. I don't know.
Yeah.
It feels like hardcore pandering, for 7 people. Look, I love options. There's nobody that loves more character creator options than me, okay? We have been deprived with our Madden's 8 faces for years. And then the next year they come out with 287 faces. And they're all the same faces. Yeah. It's like, let us shape and create our faces here. But these guys are going pretty hardcore, overboard with a lot of it. So we'll have to see how that plays out. Is that going to be a story element in the game? I don't see it being an issue.
It could be like text size. Like, I don't care that there's a large font size.
Yeah, I don't care.
If I don't select it, it shouldn't matter to me, and that's probably the way it's going to be. I don't foresee it being a main character.
Well, didn't you have an interview with one of the guys that says that if you select that option, then it will be addressed in the story?
They said that there's going to be a chance to talk about trans identity if that who your character is. But
yeah, because there's probably like tons and tons of different branching storylines depending on the decisions that you make or your backstory or whatever, fine. I don't care.
Options like accessibility options, totally fine. They probably won't affect absolutely anybody. It just seems, I just think it's kind of like silly for a lore reason. It's like, oh, can't we?
This better be a good. You better not have wasted people's time. This better be a good character creator, and it looks like they added a ton of stuff, and in their fervor to add a ton of stuff, they're pandering a bit.
Well, so. I mean, they took away the ability to control your party members, so there better be fucking in-depth options anywhere because they pared down the things that I liked about the game anyway, and I don't plan on playing it. And we're going to play it here.
No, we're playing it here.
Yeah, you guys can have the controller, and I'm not buying it.
This son of a bitch. Joe, we're making sure he plays through a whole fucking section now.
Yeah, but
you're playing a whole fucking
But it's
section.
like I bought and played those games before. It does not look good, and so I will not give them my money. You want to buy it and have me pull the controller? That's fine. But it's like I'm doing it because it's my job. The game doesn't look good. So,
it's not something I would want. Yeah.
I mean, we played it, and we weren't all that excited. I didn't like the way that they changed a lot of the art in it.
It's like it's going to be for some people. It doesn't.
Who knows? It might still surprise us. I doubt it.
I mean, this company died. Like BioWare died.
Is no longer the BioWare.
It's not BioWare, so it's just like I don't need to support whoever.
Yeah,
this
is like their third or fourth.
They did say the hero
draft,
from Inquisition is coming back, and you can customize that one to look like your character and to seem like your character. You could pick between the voices so that it could sound like your character from Inquisition. So I'm curious how they'll, factor in that, because it kind of ruins the immersion that I have to create my Inquisition character again, because they're not pulling from save files from Inquisition because that's so long ago. So I have to create that guy for just to show up in one cutscene. Well, hopefully, maybe he factors in more, he or she, depending on what
it
you
worked in
created
Baldur's
your
Gate 3.
character.
I mean, you had to make
in your game. All right. Well, we'll obviously we'll be covering this game, playing it on our Twitch. Don't have a lot of faith. At least it doesn't look like that my live service microtransaction filled garbage that they were first gonna go with, but it still doesn't look like it's gonna light the gaming industry on fire. We'll see.
So if BioWare does this and it comes out to be a giant financial flop, what does EA do with them?
Oh, just shut them down. Yeah, well, I mean, I think they're on live support probably already. No, they'll probably let them do one more, and then they'll shut them down. That's what I'm thinking. One more.
One more?
If it doesn't hit the numbers.
I think.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay. The Pokemon Company has won a $15 million copyright.
Wait. Before Pokemon Company, this is Nintendo versus...
No, this is Pokemon Company.
This is Pokemon Company. Go ahead.
Pokemon Company wins a $15 million copyright lawsuit against a Chinese Pokemon clone.
Oh.
The company's behind Pocket Monster.
You remember when we were covering that 2-3 years ago, where all them mobile games were straight up taking Pokemon, and we're like, why are they not suing them? Well, here you go.
Yeah, so according to the South China Morning Post, Pocket Monster reissue is thought to have generated around $42 million a year. And the Pokemon Company originally sued for $72 million in damages and demanded an apology. But the court's like, nah, you're going to get $15 million. You're going to be glad for it because they directly copied some things. But the idea of a pocket monster that you can summon is not something the Pokemon Company or Nintendo can own. They didn't come up with it. In fact, if you look at where a lot of the Pokemon stuff came from, there were games that kind of predate them that they took the stuff from. And that's how, Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy, that's how video games and art has been developed. But this case specifically found they've taken some stuff directly.
So that means Palworld's next, Alex.
Yeah, Palworld is next, OJ. Nintendo and the Pokemon Company sue Palworld developer Pocket Pair, and this is over multiple patent rights. So an injunction against infringement and compensation for damages on the grounds that Palworld, a game developed and released by the defendant, infringes multiple patent rights. Nintendo will continue to take necessary actions against any infringement of its IP rights, including the Nintendo brand itself, to protect the IPs it has worked hard to establish over the years. According to Palworld, though, we have no idea what they're suing us for.
Wow.
Because again, they can't sue us for the monsters.
We don't like you. That's why we're gonna
unless
sue
you're doing something very similar to their.
Well, so we played a lot of the game, and there was actually a lot of Zelda stuff that was in, and so it's like it may not actually be the idea of
the Pokemon.
catching, Pokemon and doing all that stuff. It could be the Zelda stuff. I have no idea. I mean, Palworld doesn't even have any idea, but everyone was like, how do they not sue them? Well, they took their time, and now they are officially suing them.
Oh, wow.
All of the legal experts that did videos that talked to, Kotaku, PC Gamer, and all the other ones, all of them are like,
they don't have a case yet.
We don't know. I mean, it could be, it says, like, just because Nintendo doesn't sue you doesn't mean you're not infringing. And if they do, it doesn't say that they're automatically right. So it's like, we don't know what's going to happen, but I'll keep you updated.
Okay. Oh, by the way, I found that updated roster, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Guess how many characters in the game, Joe?
22.
22 characters? No, 181 characters. Oh,
Jesus Christ.
This one has blue hair, and this one has blonde hair.
Love it.
And red. Can't forget red.
Yeah, there's like... Oh, no, I closed the window. But there was like 10 Gokus, like 20 Gokus, like 5 Vegetas, but only 1 Krillin.
Man gets no respect.
Krillin. The man get no respect.
You have 2 Yamchas, 1 alive, 1 dead.
Yeah. There's the mini Goku as I think a pre-order bonus, so there's 182 characters now.
Ooh,
the mini Goku coming from the upcoming series.
Do they have Hercule?
Yeah, I'm sure they do. 182 characters.
He's gotta be in there.
Yeah.
Goku without pants
Mr.
on.
Satan.
Some of the
Satine.
Satine. Got it.
Yeah.
Mr. Satan. All right. Anyways, guys, thank y'all so much for watching this week. And, stay tuned for our Black Myth Wukong review this week and much more. Thank you. We'll see you on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys.